This US dollar chart could be the most bullish chart for all of crypto. If you're a Bitcoin holder, if you're an altcoin holder, if you're a crypto person out there right now that's like, I'm looking for some data that suggests that this bull market is going to continue. And not only that, it's about to get parabolic. If you're that person, you want to watch this video because this is a new perspective and this is new data. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in. We are going to break all of these things down very briefly. And then I want to look at total crypto market cap, even on the short term, just to get a sense of, can we get continuation for altcoin markets? So let's just jump into the video. And I want to start with this post. So first off, this post is from Steve. Shout out to Plutus sending me this post. But this is from December 7th, 2024, like just under a month ago. History doesn't repeat itself. Not so sure. This is in red, the US dollar, compared to 2 cycles ago, 2016 to 2017, in gray, the US dollar. Look at how on track 2 cycles ago, as Trump was being elected and then being inaugurated, look at the similarities of the US dollar. So this was December 7th when Steve posted this. You can see the US dollar around $102, and then he has speculative that it's going to pump higher. Now, if we go, he posted this yesterday, a little bit of an update. Is the US dollar topping out? And if it is, this is very good for risk on assets. This is incredibly good for Bitcoin and altcoins. But just look at this. Look at the continuation of that speculative move. Now, foundational to this is Donald Trump 2 cycles ago, January 17th, 2017, saying the dollar is too strong. Now, I want to go over here to a Bitcoin chart, and I want to break this down comparative to the US dollar chart. First things first, on the Bitcoin chart, if you haven't watched my videos, foundational to the chart is all these lines. The yellow lines are Bitcoin halvings, these 4-year cycles. The purple lines are Bitcoin dominance falling in the bull market and altcoin season beginning. So you can see this just happened. This is a monthly chart on Bitcoin. Here it is last cycle, and then here it is 2 cycles ago. So keep in mind, Trump inauguration 2 cycles ago was January 20th, 2017. Right now, in around 16 days, Trump is going to be inaugurated again. We are like at a mirror image of where we were 2 cycles ago, right? From just the political standpoint, Trump getting ready to take office again. But not only that, from a time frame perspective, we are basically right here. Altcoin season just triggered. Bitcoin dominance just started falling. We're in a post-halving bull market just starting. Now, here's the deal. Trump being inaugurated January 2017. But here's his exact quote. Our companies, and this is a Bitcoin chart, our companies can't compete with China now because our currency is too strong and it's killing us. What was the US dollar doing here? And what happened next? We see what happened next in crypto, this risk on asset class. What was the US dollar doing? Well, there's Trump's quote, our companies can't compete with China now because our currency is too strong. There's his quote, January 2017, and this is what the US dollar did. It fell, and that was a very good thing for that bull market. That's why you look back, that bull market was really strong, more just parabolic looking compared to the last bull market. And last bull market happened. Here's altcoin season last cycle, but look at the US dollar. It was more bottoming out, right? This was US dollar topping out going into that altcoin season. And this is why in yesterday's live stream, I was kind of saying something similar, but having nothing to do with this data based around Trump coming into office. This was just technical analysis data. We're talking about we're having our fourth monthly green candle in formation. Maybe we get a monthly green close, but maybe this is getting ready to top out. That could be good for altcoin season. But now we have this environment in which Trump is coming into office yet again at this moment where we could see US dollar currency index topping out anyway. And here's the thing. We don't know what his approach will be. We don't know exactly his thoughts on the US dollar. He hasn't said, I don't think recently, US dollar is too strong like he did that last cycle or 2 cycles ago. But he does have focus on trade. And I have some notes. He has focus on trade to put pressure, or I should say not to put pressure, but this could put pressure to moderate the dollar He has the tariffs that he's been talking a lot about. And the question with that in mind is, are other countries going to have kind of a retaliation response and put these retaliatory tariffs into play? That could weaken the dollar. So these things could kind of weaken the dollar. And then lastly, Trump historically has a preference for lower interest rates because it's good for the stock market. It's good for markets. And it has, from a trade perspective, it gives kind of US a competitive positioning. So there's a bunch of talking points, I should say, for Trump to, at the very least, not want to see the dollar pumping. And are we going to get a repeat? Because if we do, everybody, we already know, this is new data. We already know that this cycle is set up. I mean, this is all I've been tracking, all the technical analysis, the US Bitcoin reserve, the ETFs, just the cycle data, the Bitcoin supply shock, everything has just already been in play. But if we get this US dollar chart topping out and truly starting to fall, this is going to be insane for Bitcoin, insane for altcoin season. And here is altcoin charts, altcoin market cap. This is excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. But so on this chart, to give you a sense, here's where we are compared to the last cycle, and everything completely on track. I think in yesterday's live stream, I talked about how at this moment last cycle, this chart was like 70% away from its all-time high, I believe it was. Let me measure it really quickly. It was something around that. I guess 40%, depending on what candle you're taking it from, 40 to 70%. And then right now we're like about, 10% away? 11% away from all-time high? But what I wanted to do, as we kind of are zoomed out on all of this macroeconomic data, I did want to look at the zoomed in. I know a lot of people are kind of excited about the recent pump in crypto, and we've been tracking it. We've talked about a lot, especially on the altcoin charts in the recent live stream, or 2 recent live streams, I believe. We talked about a lot how these altcoins are kind of coming into this lower high area. We're looking for separation from the moving averages on a lot of these altcoin charts, but this lower high Fibonacci is something I'm tracking right now. I have some Hopium data as we're kind of tracking this, by the way, but swing high to swing low, it's that pullback area, that green channel, 786 to 618. You can see immediate resistance at that area, and that's not a surprise. What I wanted to do, and what we'll be tracking, is how it consolidates below this area and between that and the moving averages. But what I wanted to do was zoom out for a moment. There are a lot of similarities in terms of this nice move to the upside. A lot of people might be like, man, that's so toppy. It's done. It's over. But we might be in some type of continuation pattern. So once consolidation's over, another leg up. And it could be very similar to what happened back here. So if you know, or if you remember, we pumped out of October 2023, November 2023, just pumping, brief consolidation. The charts look so similar. And if you've been kind of paying attention to markets, you see such similarities to this consolidation here and this consolidation here. And we got that first move. Now, if you notice, once we topped out back here, we fell, we consolidated. And let me just zoom in, because this is kind of the move that I'm comparing, and I'm saying we might be in this type of move. Look at this first bounce of resistance off that lower high Fibonacci. This is like exactly where we are right now. This would be January 2024, a year ago, consolidating down. This is a daily chart, and then finally breaking through. And even look at the 20 and the 50 kind of consolidating together, the 20 popping back above the 50. That's like the exact move we are looking for right now. So here we are. We're first touch at the lower high Fibonacci, right? Swing high, swing low, pull back to Fibonacci. Maybe we get the resistance, the consolidation like we saw a year ago. And then finally, we're breaking through. And all along that, we're going to see the final consolidation of these moving averages, and maybe finally the 20 crossing back above the 50 moving average, and then we can kind of continue. So we might go lower. There could be dips. There will be people freaking out about it, I am sure. But look at this very nice consolidation that we're seeing on just altcoin charts and Bitcoin as well. But long story short, notice how this plays into the timing of Trump coming into office. And this video, obviously, about US dollar currency index, but there are many other things playing out right now in the crypto space and just in markets in general. So I wanted to share that data with you because I just thought it was so compelling. Again, none of us know if this will play out, but what a picture that is. And this will be so bullish for Bitcoin and altcoin markets. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, everybody. I appreciate you. Please hit the subscribe, turn notifications on, and if you enjoyed this content, hit that like button. That support means so much to me. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.